Solomon, no! Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Modewell, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. The powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial harvest, Valentine fertilizer, all connected by a single thread. Yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Yes, now you've got it. Tempus liquamine. You discovered how to reverse the process.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Modewell, very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work, which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present to you the eighth wonder of the...
Before he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Hell yeah. Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste.
Luca jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him! Luca, over here. Move another inch and I smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine, risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there's only one way this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. We can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry. He's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think, all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be a part of something great. But the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. Oh, man. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three, keep post outside the door. Well, crap. Man. Alright, what do they have to say? I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So, what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rolo, you just need some time. Rolo, it's over. We lost.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. Beck, you traitorous kitty cat. How dare you? How dare you? Hey. I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just... we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually, Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals? What? Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Anything else? Just her? Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note, hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter, with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents... Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen key card. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. Man. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work, and it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull. Chapter 8. Comeuppance.
Comeuppance.
Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo.
Oh. All right, Rollo still being missing was the key to all of this.
With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through.
Wow.
It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing.
Punch him in the face, for me. Hit him with their stupid clipboards.
She leapt forward, brandishing her cane.
Oh, hell yeah.
If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Mrs. Luca's Gran. That's awful nice of you. But I'm fine. Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No! Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that. I knew she swapped it.
Look, Beck Elf.
I knew she swapped it with something.
Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little... Shit. No, with a little... change. This is a story about change. I feel like this might work.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Like, pocket change? Your unlucky penny. Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. Will it do anything? What's that going to do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Holy crap, he's a baby? Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child.
I think that's the first time I've gotten one of those right the first time.
She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we... We do what Valentines always do. What must be done? I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father, young Sharper. That would be a great help. Thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone. The show is over. You may leave now.
Epilogue.
Wow. All of that concluded with a lucky penny. Wow.
Beacon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had, and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn.
Yes, please.
After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're not going to see autumn. Whatever. It looked plenty autumny in the game. It looked plenty autumny.
They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn. His mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
No. You know, I realized, do you think I might have been able to get away with wearing not the sweater the entire game? Because I put it on at the treehouse, and that changed my appearance the entire rest of the time. But like, would I have just had the tree on? Would it have been an entirely different set of like paintings and stuff like that? I don't know. Anyways, Rollo, are you up yet? Roger that. It's a beautiful day at Mission Control. You gonna swing by? Be there in a minute. All right. Anything else? Anything else to check on? Anything else to see? Nope. What was in this room? What was in the room?
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage.
Huh. Wow.
Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom.
It all makes sense now. Okay.
And now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
So wait, did they reverse the serum to make everybody their normal age again? So to make things right and fix things, you know? I wonder. Chillin'. Kicking back and chillin'. Well deserved. Anything else? No? No? I gotta explore everything now. Everything's fine again. Nope, so they didn't change her back. But, you know, that's okay. That's okay. Too much power. No one Manaminal should have all that power. And I have the power to crank up our bills, baby. Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me. I'll meet you there. I've got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now, I enjoy it. No, now his mom's gonna die sooner. That kinda sucks, but... oh well. Nothing back here? Nope. Bye, Mom. Can I visit Dad? Achoo? Yay! It's sneezing again. Oh, that's right. That's right. Because this isn't his actual grave. They stole the tree, though, which makes me upsetty spaghetti. Oh, hey! I hear you and Rollo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity, 1 Rollo, 1 Luca rule. So we decided to expand. But at least we've got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie and Ilona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at State. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rolo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown, literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this, because it'll just go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. Aw. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Trees. Very nice. Planting some trees. So is this the real town, or... No, it wouldn't be, right? Hey Gus, how's the tree planting going? Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Ilona and Nellie for letting me help. But I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now, this right here, this is something I can be proud of. Man, that bass is going harder than it should. Although it's almost definitely a bass on a keyboard. That's fine, it's fine. How's the napping this morning? The most underrated part of a good nap is the view. And the view's getting greener every day. Nice. Alright, let's see how they're doing. I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea. There's still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is, go slow and fix things. Amen to that. Slow and Dirty Harvest. I better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. Oh man, yeah. He's gotta make some expansions, right? Hey, buddy, what you got to say? Luca, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah, an honest-to-goodness, flip-flopping, swim-swamming fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I've caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What'd you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. I'm hoping to catch it again tomorrow. A little higher. Yup. A little lower. Yup. Little higher. Yup. I'm telling you, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yup. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want Mission Control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Lead the way. Check in with Beck. All right, here we go. Me and big ol' Rolo over here. Slow and dirty. Just how I like it. Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon, Sharper, doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Modewell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That's the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out however we can. I can't wait to teach him how to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
Oh, that would be acceptable. Wow. Instead of a shitty dad, she got a son. That's crazy. What's today's news that needs knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline. Today, our old friend Patrick C. Montesquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of The Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. Wow. All right, what's the news? What's the omen today? He looked to his friends with a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The end.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
That was a long A book. Took her a frickin' 2 years to read or something like that. Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. Awesome. All right, yeah, what's up with the barista? Luca, do you want a biscotti? On the house. I don't really have time. Zario, you gotta come and see this. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. Aw, Lumi. If I didn't know better, I would think you're proud of something. As if No. It's too late. You are now officially a person that cares. So great. Pulling the perfect shot of espresso is not easy either. Depends on the bean, the roast, the grind, the machine, even the water, man. Specifically the pressure, the heat. Yeah, it depends on a lot of things. Wow, back for seconds? If it's not too much trouble. For the longest time, I didn't understand the appeal of ice cream. It serves no purpose, other than to be briefly enjoyed and then it's gone. But it's pretty tasty while it lasts. I'm inclined to agree. Hey Luca, can you tell Roxy I'll be free in an hour? Sure thing. My dad's making me stock the shelves for the summer. He said it builds character. I think he meant to say it builds calluses. Builds character. Yeah, it builds something all right. What do you have to say? Luca, can I interest you in a delicious apple?
He playfully waggled an apple.
No thanks, just saying hello. Well, hello then. Mind telling your mom we need a new crate of jam? Already? It's funny, I used to hide this stuff in the back, terrified that someone would find out about our secret messages. Now everyone wants to get their hands on Eleanor Van Horn's famous spy jam. Last time, last slap. Sorry, couldn't help myself. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Let's go visit the bat. Visit the bat. The bat. Yawn. I'm glad you swung by. More follow-up questions for your story? Nope, I got everything I need. Thanks again for that. I sent a draft of the story to a reporter in Capital City, and they offered me an internship. Of course they did. You're an amazing reporter. I don't know about all that. A story about a phony corporation that picked up an entire town of people and moved them to cover up a massive illegal mine shaft full of incredibly hazardous chemicals sort of writes itself, if you think about it. Just don't forget us when you become a fancy big city reporter. Capital City isn't that far away. I'm gonna have to come back from time to time to check in and see what sort of new trouble you've gotten yourself into. Sorry to disappoint, but my adventuring days are over. We both know that's not true. What makes you say that? Call it a reporter's intuition. Maybe there'll be a second game, who knows? What are you doing over here?
Squinted at the faded photo of him and his mom at the diner.
Oh.
Memories of that day came flooding back.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a lot. Hey, Mrs. Hatch, what can I get you? Oh, I'm not terribly hungry. Something snack-sized, if you could. Snack-sized? Adorable. Something really tiny. Something really, really tiny with some mustard. I think that's just about right. I call it the novella. Lovely. We can just make an order for everybody. Good afternoon, Mr. Toll. Sorry, these allergies have been killing me. I haven't been able to spell a thing all day. I almost told Mrs. Hatch a gallon of spoiled milk this morning. Got anything to help clear out these darn sinuses? Whatever it takes, I just want to be able to smell again. I think I got something. Pungent, there we go. And more pungent. Did it. Not right. I'll need something a little spicier, I'm afraid. Oh, I see. Okay. Incendiary. Ah, that's it. Perfect. I was thinking smelly smells that smell smelly. Ah, whew! What's wrong? Well, I like the spicy peppers. Put them on something that'll really wake up the senses. Oh man, you are so picky. Wake up the senses, wake up the senses, wake up the senses. Pungent. And then spicy. That would wake up the senses. I call this one a cod for the common cold. Oh my, that's spicy. And stinky. I'm sorry, I'll try again. No, don't you see what this means? I can smell again. Looks like your father isn't the only doctor in the family. Wow, so cool. What do you want? This just in. Last Chance Dino overrun by gremlins. I'm not a gremlin, I'm Luca.
Mr. Wilder adjusted his monocle jokingly.
I stand corrected. In that case, would you believe I have a craving for a burger? You've come to the right place. Indeed, I'll have a nice juicy burger topped with onion. Simple enough. Burger, succulent, topped with onion. Perfection. Here you go. I call it the Wilder. You know I love a good byline. Many thanks. If it isn't little Luca. Hey, Uncle Nuncreed. How come you haven't been around the house lately? Well, your dad and I had a little disagreement, is all. How's he doing? Has he mentioned me? Not really. He's been busy lately. Sometimes he doesn't come home from work before bedtime. Is that so? Well, tell him I'm thinking of him. You seem sad. Nonsense. What can I get you for lunch? Fact of the matter is, I don't have much of an appetite right now. But Uncle Nuncreed, you gotta eat. I'll make you something special. That'll cheer you up. Not much of an appetite, huh? Very tiny. Oh, yep, there we go. Same thing, the affordable. I call it the cheers looking at you, kid. One burger with a side of good vibes. Oh, Luca, you sweet boy.
Mr. Nuncreed reached down and patted Luca's shoulder with an enormous hand.
You got a lot of your daddy in you, don't you? I guess so. Run along. I'll do my best to clean my plate. What do you have to order? Listen well, child. I am only going to say this once. I require a well-done burger. Got it. When I say well done, I mean it. Well done, no problem. I fear you aren't grasping my request. I want the burger charred beyond recognition. I want it bitter and black. Damn. One burnt burger coming up. And top it with the most expensive thing you have. Wow. More burgers? Alright, there we go. And lavish. There we go. Caviar, I'm guessing? May I present the Row, Row, Row Your Burnt. I can hardly believe it. You've done well. Well done. Mrs. Fratelli had caviar stashed back there. The woman is full of surprises. Very good. This will suffice. And what do you want, Miss Pregnant Weighty? I have a coupon here for one free burger. What'll it be? Well, I have a lot of mouths to feed, so give me the biggest burger you have. They must eat a lot, huh? You have no idea. Oh, and throw some lettuce on top. I know exactly what the order is. Aha! And lettuce. For a little bit of, veggies. I call it, the too much is never enough. This should keep them at bay. Thank you. Mom. Alrighty, it looks like we've got everything we need. Let's get to feeding these folks. I fed them all. Oh, I already fed everyone. You made all the food yourself? What on earth did you put on the burgers? I just used what was lying around. Oh dear, that can't be good. Thanks again, Luca. Best burger I ever ate. Surprisingly competent. Everyone seems happy. Sorry about that, had a bit of a technical difficulty. Pretty much, she just said that I was a really nice kid. Everyone's happy. And you know what? I'm a really good kid. I'm the best kid. I'm actually the kid that everybody wishes they had. Thank you. Oh, Mr. That's a lot of kids. That's a lot of kids. Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now. How sweet. Okay. Library time? Ah, yeah, I get to talk to all these fools.
Over the school year, Kato and Bert had become close friends.
Aw, that's so cool. But did you know that when they covered up the source, they found a new species of fungus? Yep, and they are studying it in the new labs. Did you know that Beacon Pines is now the smallest town in the county? Yep, close to the population before Perennial Harvest moved in.
It typically went on like this for quite some time.
Yep, that makes sense. Hey, new spoilers for me? I can't believe it's over. Yeah, the town's really starting to turn a new leaf. The town? I was talking about Hank Atomic. I just finished the last issue. How was it? As great as always. Hank finally returned to Earth. But I just feel weird now. weird can be cool. It just means you're ready for something new. Any suggestions? You could ask Mrs. Hatch about what she's always reading. She seems to really enjoy it. Huh, maybe I'll do that. Nothing but smut. Colleen Hoover, I don't know.
Luca peeked over Piper's shoulder, laid stealthily inside a large volume of mathematics. It was the first issue of Hank Atomic.
We've converted her. Piper, are you reading Hank Atomic? Do you mind not telling anyone? I've kind of got a reputation to uphold. Oh, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Just about every kid in town reads Hank Atomic. Honestly, I'm excited for you. What I'd give to start over fresh, to experience it again for the first time. I guess that's the downside of finishing something nice. At least now I can enjoy it again through you. Promise to tell me about it as you go. Sure thing. So nice. This is just a perfect ending. Through much trial and error. Oh my gosh, so many kids.
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Okay. Oh, it's a slide. Come on, come on. No one is too big, no one is too small. For Jeff's Wild Ride.
Well, maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy. For the ride of your life. Who's next? Wouldn't that be dangerous, man? That's crazy. Hey, Joey. Guess what? Yesterday I saw a Dynasty's Tidius. And that's good? It's great! I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is gonna become the bug capital of the county. Good for you, man. Sweet memories. Sweet, sweet memories. I love it. Nothing over here, I don't think. Nope, just walking around. Literally just walking around. Okay. No, nothing to see here, I guess. Except the bees. There she is. The lady of the hour. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning, I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in. It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. It sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. A surprise? I love surprises. Show me. A tree? A tree for me? My mom's prepared this tree especially for you. Oh, they didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of old Beacon Pines, and thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. When you're ready, take Jeff's Wild Ride to old Beacon Pines. Wow. Man, this was a ride.
Harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation. The Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
Well, yeah, thanks for that. I knew this already. I know everything about this town now. I'm a little bit of an expert. Appreciate it, though. All right. Well, time to wrap up a really fun playthrough. This took a bit longer than I expected, but I've been having a great time. I've had a great time, and it was a roller coaster, of which I did not expect, so hell yeah, man. Ah, you got it. Now that's a good-looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, the ride's on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree. Well, there we go. Is that the narrator?
Is it
Oh.
the end I've been waiting for?
Oh,
Honestly,
don't cry.
I began to lose hope of ever finding it.
You're capping.
But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you.
It's me. I know I'm great. I'm amazing. You're welcome. I got you.
It's hard to explain how much this means to me.
Who are you? Who are you, though?
It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending, I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Okay. Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks. I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We probably should give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know, you don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yep. Thanks. There's just one thing missing now that you're a part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh, God. I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer. You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No. Because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree. But I know he would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Hey, Dad. Mr. Modewell says that over the next few years this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you, you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. That's the end. Nothing else? Whoa. You know? Yeah. That was one of my favorite little cozy games. No, that was one of my favorite little cozy stories that I've ever played. That was delightful. I loved the twists, the turns, and I loved how dark it got at some points. Like, I did not expect the tone shift. I didn't expect the shift from, like, you know, cozy little kid's book to, like, this is an adult production to cozy little kid's book again with, you know, obvious adult themes. That was delightful. That was utterly delightful. Anything else? Just the credits, that's it? Cool. Thank you so much for watching this playthrough of Beacon Pines. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and man, I want to play more little games like this. I want to get more little stories down on this channel, because I don't know, I enjoy them. I enjoy them quite a bit. Make you feel a little bit accomplished, you know? Tied up in a nice little bow. Anyways, y'all, happy spooky season. It is October 28th, just a few days before Halloween when I record this, so you guys enjoy Halloween. You guys enjoy this little spooky, cozy playthrough that I did, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. I don't discriminate based on time somebody watches my content. Goodbye.